Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. If you're watching this video, that means baseball for the Rangers is tomorrow, and it also means baseball is back in general today. And this is going to be my final prediction win-loss for the Rangers for 2022. There's been a lot of ups and downs in the offseason. Obviously, the highlight for Texas was getting John Gray, Corey Seager, and Marcus Semien, as well as Cole Calhoun. They just kind of went bam, 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 4 straight signings. So that's their highlight. And the lockout was very concerning for a long time. Somehow they pulled it together. And here we are on opening day now. I've looked at the Fangraphs predictions before, and I think this is different from what it used to be, but this is about as updated as I can get. Days before they're playing any games, this should be updated. I'm recording this on the 6th, so it's about as close as you can get here. And these are the overall MLB projections for 2022. They're in order of wins. Obviously, it looks pretty similar to last year, with a few key changes, of course. And they have the Rangers going 75 and 87 with a negative run differential and averaging about 5 runs a game. And honestly, this is pretty much what I was telling people. I'm like, they're going to have to score probably 5 runs a game. The pitching is not always going to be there. And I do think they're going to win about 75 games. I would say exactly 75 games. So that is my official prediction. I looked stupid last year because I said 75, I think, and they ended up winning 60 games. So maybe I was just correct, just a year ahead. I'm just thinking that far ahead. But really, though, I do think this is a legit win total. And the thing we have to remember here is they lost 102 games last year. So people are saying, oh, they're going to get a wild card spot. They might even win the division. Sure, those are possible if they're up in this range, 85 to 90 wins. But I don't see that happening this year. Next year is a different story. Now, there's a couple different ways this could happen. I did see some people comparing this to like 2015, where obviously 2014 they had one of their worst seasons in years up to that point until this year. And they lost like 90-something games. Half the team was injured. It was just a bad year. So people are comparing this year kind of to 2015, where they could bounce back from this horrid season and surprise some people. And I do think that's possible. I don't think it's likely. However, if they approach the trade deadline around 500, I guess at that point it's about midway through the season. So is that like 80 games? If they have like 30 to 40 wins by that point, sure, they might talk about trading for somebody. And I'm also making sure I did that math right on that. Yeah, it'd be about 80 games is the middle of the season. So yeah, if they are in a position where they think if they get another starter or two, that'll push them over, then sure. I think the offense is mostly fine. There was a lineup in spring training a couple days ago that was very likely what we're going to see. Brad Miller, Marcus Semien, Corey Seager, Cole Calhoun, Willie Calhoun in left and DHing one of the two. Obviously Adolis in right. Or center, I guess, with Calhoun now. So the lineup is fine. Obviously Fangraphs thinks they're doing fine. About 4.5 runs a game scored and just about 5 allowed, which is not great, but this is a good number. So yeah, they're going to be relying a lot on the offense. You will notice, though, that they're not even top 10 or bottom 10, I don't think. Let's see, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 9, 10. They're like barely bottom 10 now, or last year they were second worst team. Some interesting ones here as well. I'm not trying to focus on other teams too much, but Rockies taking a dive this year, 93 losses projected. And Pirates are going to improve a little bit, but not much. And remember, these are just projections. Obviously, A's just had that fire sale, so they're going down. Diamondbacks must have done something because they're going to go up more. So y'all can definitely feel free to take a look at this. I'll link it below. However, this is supposed to be about the Rangers. So once again, I'm going with 75 wins. I'm agreeing with Fangraphs exactly. And if they win more than that, I will gladly take an L on my opinion there. But I don't see much more than that happening unless they do something at the trade deadline. Cole Hamels-esque deal where they're going to pull some veteran or pull some ace and say, hey, man, we're making a push for the playoffs here. What do you got? So they do, and that was my thing in the offseason. They do need one more guy, I think, in the rotation to really solidify it. But let me know what y'all think. I'm very, very, very excited for this season to start. Still can't believe it's happening. Mostly on time and in its entirety, all 162 games. So that is crazy to me that we got to this point. So let me know what y'all think. Let me know, again, what you're excited for this year. I think I've asked that in like every video recently, but it's just crazy that we're here. So appreciate y'all watching, and I'll talk to y'all later.